the Happy Healthy Days podcast. This is Barbara Dupuy, your host, here with my co-host Carly.
Hey, y'all.
And happy summertime, everybody. It is summer here in Louisiana. The heat is back with a vengeance.
Absolutely.
It is 1,000,000 degrees outside. I saw this Facebook post yesterday of this guy praying outside of his air conditioner. Like, please bless our house. It is that hot here. So if you are listening to this and you're not in Louisiana, we are very jealous of whatever weather you've got going on because it's pretty miserable here.
Mm-hmm.
So with the summertime, summer brings summer vacations. A lot of people go out of town. The kids are out of school, so you're planning vacations while they're out, and it's a great thing. But the problem, I think, sometimes is when you're trying to lose weight and you're going on a vacation or even multiple vacations, it can be tough. We have a lot of patients right now who were pre-scheduling their next appointment. They're like, okay, well, I'm going to be out of town. Pray for me. I'm hoping that I don't gain too much. And we're trying to talk them through it and just to give them some tips so that way if you do go on a vacation, you don't lose track of your progress or totally, get off track at all. Because it's important, I think, for us to give ourselves a break and to go relax and enjoy ourselves. But also when you have health goals in mind, you've got to make your health a priority at the same time and really try to stay on track. So that way, if you've been doing really well, say for the last 3 months, you've been losing 10 pounds a month, you're doing really great and you're really proud of yourself and you've really overcome some obstacles to where you don't go on one vacation and totally lose track of all the hard work you've put in. So we just wanted to give you some tips that if you do go on a vacation this summer, you can stay on track and keep working towards your weight loss goals. So that being said, I think most of us, if you're going on a vacation, it doesn't just happen spur of the moment. You're not just like, oh, hey, I'm going to Florida tomorrow. Chances are you're planning ahead. So whether you're going out of state, out of the country, or you're taking a road trip, you've planned this ahead. You've taken the time off of work. You've planned out what you're going to do on your trip. So I think the first step comes with planning. If you know me at all, I am like Mrs. Planner. I plan everything to a T. If I'm going on a trip, I have every single hour of the time planned out. And most people are not like that. A lot of people they're going and we're going to figure it out when we get there. And if you're that type of person, good for you. I wish I could let go of the control like that. But I think that when you've got weight loss or health in mind, you've got to become a planner. So when you're planning this trip or this vacation, no matter where you're going, whether you're going just to the beach or you're going out of the country, you're going to Europe, you're going to Mexico, you're going wherever, or if you're just going on a road trip to visit some family members, I think it's important that you try to plan some activities throughout your trip to where you can, or plan out some time to where you can, say, go for a 30-minute walk before you go to Disney, that's the wrong example because you're going to walk all day at Disney World.
Relax
but before before you go sit on the beach for 5 hours, let's maybe go try to walk around, the resort or wherever it is that you're staying. Or if you're going to the national parks, you're going to be walking all day, so you don't have to plan that. So depending on where you're going kind of depends on what kind of planning you need to make. Also, I think it's important to do some research and see where you're going. Yeah, what's in that area? Are there healthy restaurants around that you can go to? So if you and the family want to go out to eat, try to find something, look at the menus ahead of time and see if there's something on that menu that you can have, versus if you plan last minute and you just end up picking up fast food, then obviously we know there's not going to be as many great choices. So make reservations ahead of time if you can and try to find restaurants with healthy choices. I think also a lot of people, especially in Louisiana, go to the beach. It's probably one of the most popular summer vacations, going to Gulf Shores or going to Florida. Yeah. Most of us know that there's going to be grocery stores in the area. So maybe instead of going out to eat every night, let's try to cook at home. And it doesn't have to be something super, super healthy that your kids aren't going to like, but you can make something at least for you. So whether you're barbecuing chicken or ribs and having a salad on the side for you and having something else for the kids. But I think that's really important. And I think that the great thing about road trips is that you can pack a lot of things with you. If you're flying somewhere, it's a little bit more difficult because you're going to have to go grocery shopping or go do something once you get there. But if you're driving to the beach or driving to Texas or driving to Arkansas or driving somewhere relatively close, then you can grocery shop at home. and try to pack as much as you can with you. Pack ice chests full of, for me, I'd be prioritizing the coffee creamer that I like, or, whatever drinks or snacks that I may not be able to find wherever I'm going. So to pack all that ahead of time, I think is a huge, huge help. So Carly's about to go on a trip to Arkansas with her family. So Carly, if you were packing snacks for you, what would you be packing?
Probably the number one thing I'd pack are chomps. We have them here in the office, and
it's one of our favorite snacks. We're all addicted.
We got them on this random spur of the moment, and I probably eat a chomp 3 times a week. They're a healthy beef jerky stick or turkey jerky. They're nitrate-free, grass-fed, grass-finished beef. They're basically a very healthy Slim Jim to compare them to. Another snack I'd probably pack are Thunderbird bars. Barbie can attest for me when we saw them at Expo East, I grabbed the whole sample bag.
We love them.
They're very good.
What's your favorite one?
The Texas Maple Pecan.
Me too. I wish I could tell you a different one, but that's my favorite one too.
Another bar option is the Bearded Brothers bars. And RX bars aren't the worst. They're not the best bars. There are some better choices. If we are packing ice chest, I'd maybe do some coconut yogurt and some fruit. Some almonds are okay as well.
I think one thing that I've been packing lately is like tuna packs. So Safe Catch has a garlic and herb tuna, and it is so good. And even if my sister's listening to this, shout out Danielle. She's probably one of the pickiest eaters, and I even got her to like it. So if she will eat it, almost anyone will eat it. And
do you have a chili lime one too? That's really good.
Ooh, I haven't had that one. But we actually, my sister and I, we went to Disney World. And we packed, instead of eating out in the park every day, we packed the tuna packs and some I packed the Simple Mills crackers, but she's allergic to almond flour, so she can't have that. So she packed her own, and we would just sit on a tree or sit somewhere in the park and just eat that for lunch. And it's a lot easier, number one, because you don't have to try to find something healthy, because there's really not many healthy options in Disney if that's where you're going. But also, if you're especially doing a summer vacation, it's really hot, and eating a big hot lunch just makes you feel heavy throughout the day. You don't, especially if you're in Disney or say in a national park where you're walking all the time, that's not really how you want to feel, you want to feel. So having a light little lunch like that. And I will say we ate 2 packs of tuna. They're only 100 calories and 20 grams of protein. So, to eat just one really doesn't fill you. It might fill you up, but it doesn't fill me up. So to have 2 packs, it's just enough to where you can keep going throughout the day. I think another thing, I pack the jerky sticks usually. I will always pack coffee creamer. It is a thing if I'm going
layered coffee creamer.
Yeah, if I'm going on a road trip and can bring an ice chest, I'll pack the layered. Or nut pods are easy to pack because you can buy them unrefrigerated, so you can pack that. But typically, if I'm going somewhere where I have to fly, I will pack the layered powder creamer. You can find it at Rouse's, but I'll usually pack a Ziploc bag of that, and I'll keep that in my purse or wherever. So if I have coffee, I don't have to use a dairy creamer, and you can get it on Amazon. So that's really easy. That's a major priority for me. I usually will pack collagen too. I put that in my coffee every morning as well, but it's also good most of the time. Depending if I'm going hiking or I don't want a huge breakfast just so I don't feel so heavy. So to put that in my coffee and have a smaller breakfast is really easy. Something to bring. Bringing dried fruit bars sometimes. I guess I'm trying to think of what else. Sometimes the little, individual packs of lesser evil popcorn. I'll bring as a snack instead of snacking on chips.
And then if y'all do have kids, they have the Once Upon a Farm, the little squeezables.
It's a little fruit applesauce pack kind of thing. What are those called? Fruit squeezables?
Fruit squeezes.
Fruit squeezables. So those are really good. The brand is Once Upon a Farm, and the Mama Chia ones are good too. That's a good brand too. Also, if you're going somewhere where you can travel, to bring the Siete tortilla chips.
I bring them whenever I go out to eat at a Mexican restaurant. And
and you can bring
their chips and salsa. I'll bring my own chips.
Every time I'll bring that in my purse. Or if you're going on a road trip, you can bring your own salsa, or if you're traveling, you can buy it once you get there. But that's definitely an easy something to have around. And I think it's really important to pack things that are healthy for your kids too, especially on a road trip, or if it's in the middle of the day at a park or on the beach. the kids are hungry, so they're going to eat whatever it is that you give to them. So if you hand them a bag of Doritos, obviously they're going to eat the Doritos. Or if you hand them a bag of the lesser evil popcorn, they're going to eat that, and that would be so much better of a choice for them to have, and also for you to keep around. So a lot of times, I think one of the problems with young parents trying to lose weight is that they snack on their kids' leftovers. So you eat your own meal, and then like the kid has a little bit left over, and I get it. I don't like to waste food. Like if there's something, I'm trying to figure out how to save it. So I get not wanting to waste food, but often we're adding those extra calories and not really thinking much of it, or you're not logging those in your food journal. So if the kid is on the beach and has like a little bit left of whatever chips, you're going to just finish them thinking, oh, it's no big deal. It's just a bite or two. Whereas if you would provide them with a healthy snack, that way, if you do eat those leftovers, then you're getting something healthy too. Also, fresh fruit, raw vegetables, if your kids like them, that's an easy one to keep around, especially on the beach. It's an easy something for you to have. I think, especially on the beach, packing like cold brew coffee is a good one. And let's be honest, if you're going on a vacation, you're probably going to drink alcohol. Carly was about to say it before I even said it. So making sure that you have the right thing. So instead of going to the hut and getting a pina colada, which I love more than anybody, but it's just not the healthiest choice, to pack, say, coconut Ciroc, which is a great base vodka. So, and drinking that with water and maybe some fresh pineapple would be much better for you. And I actually do that myself and can attest that it is really good. So try that next time you go to the beach. I think another great thing to pack when you're planning for vacation is to find a good book. And I know a lot of times we like to read the Colleen Hoovers, the drama novels, but I think that sometimes when you're on a health journey, especially regarding weight loss, if you're reading a book that is focused around healthier habits. So one that we just read that we loved is Glucose Revolution. It's a really great book. Or one of Mark Hyman's, or The Hormone Cure is a great one that we like. Or what?
Deep Nutrition.
What we could give book recommendations all day. So if you're going on a trip, ask us for a book recommendation. But if you're sitting there, whether you're in the car on a road trip or you're sitting on the beach and you're reading about all the negative effects that bad foods can have on your body and all the things that you can do, it's really a lot harder for you to grab an unhealthier choice, because then you're conscious of what it's doing to your body. So I find that for me personally, reading books, and the more that I have learned, the harder it is for me to make bad choices, because I'm aware of the science and aware of the negative effects it's going to have. So that would be just an easy way for you to keep those healthier habits in mind while you're on your trip. Another important thing, I think, when you're packing, not only do you want to pack healthy snacks, but pack some workout clothes and some tennis shoes. I think a lot of times when you fly somewhere, something that stops people from going on a walk or a workout is, I didn't pack the right shoes for that, or I don't have any workout clothes, so I don't want to go do that. But if you pack it, you're a lot more likely
to use it
and to actually go for that walk in the morning before you start your day. Or to try to fit in exercise somewhere. I think too, most places where you're going, you can always look up when you're planning your trip. Try to find a hotel or a resort with a good gym. Find or look up, say you like Pilates, or you like CrossFit, or you like swimming, whatever it might be. Try to find something wherever you're staying that can accommodate that. So whether it's in the resort itself, or it's within walking distance, or you can Uber to it, or just go to a park where you can go for a long walk.
We recently went to Austin and we stayed at an Airbnb, didn't have a gym, so we walked Silker Park, took a little Uber there, took our lunch break, walked the park, so that was our workout for the day. So you can also look up if there's some like hiking trails or parks near you as well.
And like when we went to Philadelphia, we found a hotel with a good gym. Carly hit the Peloton, I hit the treadmill, so if you do the research ahead of time, I promise you, wherever you are going, there's something in that area. So just plan ahead so you know what kind of workout clothes or tennis shoes, etc. to pack. Also a big thing when you're traveling is to pack a water bottle, and not a plastic one. Pack a big, like 30 ounce, whatever it might be, water bottle, because I think that one of the biggest problems with going on vacation is that people get dehydrated because you're busy throughout the day and you're not drinking water the way that you should. And I'm guilty of this, even just on the weekends. When I'm at work all day long, I've got Carly and I are both sitting here. We both have our huge, I have a water cup. She has a big hydro flask next to her. And when you're in your routine, I'm very good about drinking at least like 100 ounces of water a day. But on the weekend when I'm running errands or like doing whatever it might be, I don't have that cup with me all the time. So I'm not as hydrated as I normally would be. But I will say, if we go on a trip, I always pack my hydro flask. So that way you can refill it in the airport. Most resorts and places do have those water fountains that you can use. So it's an easy way to make sure you're staying hydrated. Obviously, if you're in a hotel, most of the time the hotel provides you with like one water bottle and that is it for the trip. But they do have a water fountain in the hotel somewhere. So it's just an easy way that you can not only save money on buying water all the time, but to make sure you're staying hydrated. So those are all some things you can do when just planning to go on your trip. Now, while you're on the trip itself, so say you're on vacation, we talked about trying to limit eating out wherever you can. So try to pack your own lunches, to eat breakfast at the condo or wherever it is that you're staying, even to eat dinner at home. That would be so much better for you, especially if you're going. My husband and I like to hike a lot. We typically will pack our lunch so that way we don't have to stop throughout the day. We've got it already packed. And obviously, if you're going on the beach, you pack your lunch, you pack your food for the day. So try to pack everything that you need so that way you don't have to eat at the little restaurants. I think once you get there too, to go to the grocery store. Yeah. So anything that you didn't pack yourself, you can find. Or if you're going on somewhere where you didn't go on a road trip, you can get water and healthy snacks and all of the things that you need, so that way we can try to avoid eating out as much as possible. And I think while you're on the trip, try to fit in some exercise wherever you possibly can. So if you're in Disney or you're hiking or you're in a national park, obviously you're going to be walking a lot. So you're fitting in the exercise. But a lot of times when we go to the beach, we're just sitting in a beach chair all day. So maybe in the middle of the day, go for a walk down the beach and walk 30 minutes and then turn around and walk back to your spot and fit in some activity. Or you can go walk around wherever it is that you're staying before you hit the beach and knock it out before you get there. Obviously going swim in the ocean for a little while.
You can do the beach volleyball. There's always families or two playing
paddleball. Just find activities wherever you can. I think also a lot of times if you're staying at a resort and they have a gym, they will also have a sauna. So depending, I know if you're like sweating all day, you may not want to go in the sauna, but if say you drink alcohol the day before or you didn't eat a great meal, it would be great to go in the sauna for 15 to 30 minutes just to try to detox as much as you can. So that's really, really helpful. A steam room would be great as well. And I think it's really important too that we point out that yes, you may have health goals in mind, but it's really important to enjoy yourself. Don't over stress and worry about, oh God, if I eat this, am I going to gain 10 pounds? Because that stress isn't going to help your weight loss efforts either. We only get one life, so it's important to enjoy the time that you have with your family. But also keep your goals in mind, but still don't stress too much and really try to enjoy yourself. It's important that even if you are making great progress on your weight loss journey, if you go on vacation, that the whole time you're not just so preoccupied with not gaining weight. That's not what we want. We want you to be able to enjoy that vacation. Chances are you've planned on this for a while. You're spending the money to go on the trip. So try to enjoy yourself, but also keep your health goals in mind. And like we say all the time, it's a lifestyle. Once you make healthy eating a lifestyle, when Carly and I go on vacation, we're not like so worried about gaining weight or whatever. It's just that's the way that we eat if we're home, and so that's what we want to do when we're on a trip. And we understand that you might not be there yet. But eventually we hope that you get to the point where you don't want to eat unhealthy things because you don't enjoy the way that you feel. I know that if I eat a really heavy meal, I don't feel great. And then after I'm like, what? That wasn't even worth it. Yeah. Why did I do that? And it's taken years for me to get to this point. So we don't expect for it to happen overnight for you. But the more you start incorporating these little changes in, the more it starts to become part of your routine and eventually develops into that lifestyle. Now, so once you get home from your trip, here's where the work starts. You just got to get right back on track. You know, what we see a lot of times is that people go on a trip or they go on a vacation and they
fall off the wagon.
Totally fall off the wagon. They just get home, they're like, gosh, I don't want to go get on this, I don't want to go get on the scale. So then they just kind of keep up with those bad habits. They keep rescheduling. They keep up with those bad habits. They keep going out to eat. They keep overindulging. And I think it's really important that almost the first thing you should do when you get back from a vacation is just come check in. We are never going to judge you. So if you gained a pound, if you gained 10 pounds, it doesn't matter. The whole point of checking in, it's not for us, it's for you. It's to give yourself some accountability so that way you can see where you are and it give you some motivation to get back on track. We never want you to come in and feel like looking at that number on the scale is gonna bring you down or discourage you or make you upset. That's not the point. The point is just to say, hey, look, I had a great trip. I really enjoyed myself, but now I'm going to get back on track. It doesn't matter whether I've gained a pound or I've gained 10 pounds. I'm going to start, I'm going to start fresh, and it's not going to affect my mental state or my motivation. I'm ready. I want to get healthy, and I'm going to do this no matter what the scale says. So I think that it's really, really important that when you get back on a trip, whether you listen to all of our tips and you were healthy and you did a great job, or you didn't listen to one thing that we said and you went, balls to the wall and did whatever you wanted, it's still so important that you come back in and get that accountability started again. I think another great thing when you come back from a trip is to detox,
Yes.
So whether you are really good or really bad, travel in general is stressful on the body. You're out of your normal routine. Chances are you're not sleeping as much as you should. Just the stress of travel, the stress of being outside your routine, the stress of not eating super, super healthy, it can really affect you. So I think coming back and doing some type of a detox, whether it's going to a sauna, doing the liver kidney cleanse, making sure you're staying really, really, really hydrated whenever you come back from your trip. And I think the most important thing is just to get back to your normal routine as quickly as possible. What I see sometimes, I think people get back from a trip and then they're exhausted. Yes. So then they don't want to go to the gym. They don't want to go to the gym the next day. And then they don't have groceries in the house. So then they just, the next day they're like, oh, I'm just pick up something to eat. And then they skip the gym. And then they still don't go to the grocery store because they're kind of still stuck on eating out. So not only are you spending more money, but you're just pushing your progress further and further away. So it's so important when you get back from a trip,
the vacation's over.
The vacation's over. Get to the grocery store, get back to your normal routine. And some of you never go to the gym, and you don't have to go to the gym to lose weight. So I'm just using that as an example. So I think the first thing that's important is just start food journaling again.
Yeah. Start preparing your meals again. Meal prep. Get ready for a new week
and to get back on track. So just remember, the point of vacations is to enjoy yourself, but also if you've got weight loss and health goals in mind, there are certain ways that a vacation does not have to derail your progress. If you can keep those goals and plan ahead and really just be conscious of the things that you're doing. I think another thing maybe on your trip is you can food journal still while you're there. So that way, if you do go out to eat, maybe you can eat certain things, but obviously if you're food journaling, you're going to be conscious of the calories that you're putting into your body for weight loss purposes, so that way you don't get off track. But we hope you enjoy your summer vacations. That's the number one priority, and we are ready to help you whenever you get back. If you have any questions or any other tips that may help patients on their weight loss journey, you can send them in on Instagram and at the Aspen Clinic. And we've been posting a lot of great vacation tips, so be sure to check our Instagram page. Again, it's at the Aspen Clinic for some helpful tips this summer while you're on vacation, and we will be back more with some other things to get you through the summer.
Bye, y'all.